Good morning, class. We are on page 107 today, lesson 32, variables and evaluation. So if you haven't opened up your books already, open them up and you can follow along. I'm going to read and go over some of the problems just like usual. So in algebra, we often use letters as variables to stand for or to take the place of numbers. The letters themselves have no value. The expression x plus 4 means a number plus 4, or the sum of a number and 4, or 4 more than a number. The value of the whole expression depends upon the value of x. For example, if we replace x with 11, the value of the expression is 15. So they had x equals 11, so they had 11 plus 4 equals 15. When two variables are written together side by side, such as x, y, the notation means that x and y are to be multiplied. This also applies to a number written just before a letter. The expression 3x is multiplication, so it means 3 and x are to be multiplied. So let's work on the examples. Evaluate x, y plus x if x equals 2 and y equals 4. So here I did it out here. So we have xy plus x. We know that x equals 2, so we plugged in 2 for the x's. Y equals 4, plugged in 4 for the y. That leaves us with 2 times 4 plus 2. We do the multiplication first with the order of operations that we learned the other day. 2 times 4 equals 8. 8 plus 2 equals 10. So as you can see in your book, it gives you the same answer. So the word evaluate, because it says evaluate x, y plus x, is means find the value of. So you're going to find the value of x, y plus x. So you plug in those numbers like I showed you over there, and you're going to replace x with 2, y with 4. They did it slightly differently. It just, for me, it's a little bit easier to visualize it this way, but if you can do it this way, of course, by all means, go for it. We remember to multiply before we add, thus we get 8 plus 2 equals 10. Okay, example 32.2. Evaluate x, m, y minus x if x equals 2, m equals 5, and y equals 4. So if that's a little bit overwhelming at first, just go one step at a time. Start by plugging in the numbers. So I'll show you first how they did it, and then I'll go over how I did it. We replace x with 2, m with 5, because x equals 2, m equals 5, and y with 4, and y equals 4. So here they have the original, and then the equals, they plugged in the numbers, and then they multiply before we subtract, and you get 40 minus 8 equals 32. So let's break it down a little bit more. Here's how I did it. I had x, m, y minus xy. I knew x equaled 2, m was equal to 5, and so since those are next to each other, they're multiplied. Then y was 4, again, multiplication because they're all next to each other. So 2 times 5 times 4 minus, bring that down, x was 2, y was 4, 2 times 4. So we have two problems on the side of the subtraction sign. Here, I just kind of messed it up. I was going to do 2 times 5 is 10 up here, but I just kind of moved it down here. You can do it either way, or if you can do it all together at one time, you can do that too. But 2 times 5 is 10, so then we have 10 times 4, and then 2 times 4 is 8, so 10 times 4 minus 8, one step lower, 10 times 4 is 40, minus 8 equals 32. So as you can see, I got the same answer, if I can find it, 32. They got 32, I did too. It was just written slightly different. Make sure to organize your problems the way that it makes it easiest for you and you can tell where the problems start and end and all that. And I did kind of break it up into sections like I know some of you do. Okay, example 32.3. This one's a little bit trickier, but I'll show you how to do it. So we have mx plus 4m. So we have to evaluate or find the answer to this, find the value of that. So if x equals 2/3 and m equals 9/11. So wherever you see x, you're going to plug in 2/3. Wherever you see m, you're going to plug in 9/11. So 9/11 there, 9/11 there. And remember, what does 4m mean? That means 4 times the value of m. And then here mx, m, whatever m is, times whatever the value of x is. Okay, so first we replace m and x with 9/11 and 2/3 respectively, meaning m is 9/11 and x is 2/3, just like we see up here. Okay, so they've replaced them, they filled it out. I'm gonna kind of show you, you can take a look at that, but I'm gonna show you how I did it as well. They kind of filled it in, crossed those out, reduced, and then multiplied and add and got 3 and 9/11. So here's how I did it. So I had mx plus 4m. Always start by rewriting your problem and making sure it's the correct problem. Then you have, now I wrote this in pencil because I didn't do that part right away, but I had m is 9/11 times x, which is 2/3, and plus 4, bring that down, times m, which was 9/11. So then we can see here we have this multiplication problem with the fractions. And remember, you can reduce the numerator and denominator in either on either side. So instead of reducing one fraction, we see that 9 and 3 can both be divided by 3. So we cross those out, we get 9 divided by 3 is 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So now our new problem is 3/11. See, 3/11 times 2/1, which is the same as what number? 2. Plus 4, and I just made that a fraction to make it a little bit easier. Put 4/1, because remember, any number over 1 is itself. It has the same value. So then we have, sorry, I got distracted. I didn't know it was still recording. Okay, so then we have 4/1 is equal to 4 times 9/11. We just brought that down. So now we have 3/11 times 2/1 plus 4/1 times 9/11. So let's do that multiplication. 3 times 2, remember in multiplication we just multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators. 3 times 2 is 6. 11 times 1 is 11. Then plus, remember we're going to do the multiplication first. We're going to do this first and then add the answers together. So 6/11 is what we got for that. Plus 4 times 9, 36. 1 times 11, 11. So then we add those up. 6 plus 36 is 42. And we have the denominator as 11. So then when you make it into a mixed number, do the division, you get 3 and 9/11. Okay. And if you have any questions, you can always post those in the comment section or email me. Email might be a little better, but we'll see. Oops, I just showed you the answers to the practice problems. So go ahead and work on those practice problems and pause it right there. And then I'm going to wait a couple minutes. Okay, now press play if you finished those practice problems. Here are the answers that you should have gotten. So we have for A, it's xy plus yx, which you can see it's kind of the same thing multiplied by each other, and then you just flip it and it's the same multiplication problem. So we have x was equal to 2, so you know 2 is going to be there and 2 is going to be there. Y was 4, so 4 is going to be there and 4 is, so you know they're both 2 times 4 plus 4 times 2. Do the multiplication, 8 plus 8 equals 16. So hopefully you were able to get that one. This one's a little bit trickier. We had mpx plus mx. So m was equal to 6, so we plug in the 6 there and there. P was 4, x was 3, so the 3 goes there and there. So we had 6 times 4 times 3 plus 6 times 3. So remember, we need to do the multiplication first, add those two up. So if we do 6 times 4 times 3, that's 72. That's just a little dot I didn't mean to put there. 72 plus 6 times 3 is 18. When you add those together, you get 90 as your final answer. Okay, so that's it for lesson 32. My hand is getting tired of holding this, so I am going to record the next lesson. We're going to go to lesson 33 in just a minute. Thank you.